Yep. Once again, very good morning and thanks for being joining. Okay. So yesterday we got stuck with the meeting, so that's the reason today we postponed to morning. Okay. So as part of today's session, we are going to discuss how to install Postgres database engine on top of Red Hat. So when you specially go for installation, okay, when you specially talk about the installation, especially on the Linux, if you just search for PostgreSQL.org. So if you go to the download, you will see different flavors of operating system where you can install Postgres on top of Linux, on top of Mac, on top of Windows, on top of Solaris. You can install in different flavors. So Windows, we already discussed. You can go to the Windows and you can find the EDB installer and you can download the exe file and you can directly click the exe file and you can click on next, and it will install the Postgres. Once you install the Postgres on the Windows, how to access also we discuss. Now, especially when you go to the Linux flavor operating system, you will have different operating system in the Linux also, like Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat, Solaris, AWS Linux. So you are having different Linux flavors. As of now, we are going to discuss the Red Hat or CentOS. Both are almost nearby. So when you go to the Red Hat, if you get a chance to download the Postgres on top of Linux, okay, when you go to the Linux, you will find two kind of installation. One is package installation, one is source code installation. So what exactly the difference in the source code installation? What exactly will get whenever you get a chance to install the Postgres on the package? What is the difference? So that is what first we need to understand as part of today's session. So basically, you will perform two types of installation. Two types of installations. So we'll perform two types of installation. We'll perform on Linux. One is source code installation. One is source code installation. Okay. Source code installation. One is yum installation. You can call it as a yum installation or RPM installation or repo installation or package installation. Package installation. So whatever you can call it as a different names. But you will basically when you especially go for the Linux, you will perform two kind of installation. One is source code installation. One is package installation. You can call it as a package installation, or you can call it as a yum installation, or you can call it as RPM installation or repo installation. So you will do these two types of installation in terms of Postgres. Okay. So what is a major thing we'll notice here, Supu, when you go for source code installation, when you go for package installation? Both are very important. Both you must and should aware of the concept. So when I go to the source code installation, if I go to the source code installation, okay, completely manual process. Completely manual process. Installation is completely manual process. Okay. So we can install in any location. Okay. So for example, if you wanted to keep the binary, see, again, you are installing a product. It can be Postgres, it can be any other database management system or any other tools. You are installing a product. When you are installing any product, by default, you will get the binary files. So when you especially go for Windows, all the binary files will sit under the C drive. Under the program files, all your related binary files will sit in the C drive. Like same, whenever you are installing the product, if you don't want to keep in the C drive, if you want, you can change the binary location also. Like same, when you go to the Linux platform, when you specifically go to the Linux platform and you are trying to install the product, so you can change this location, the bin location. We can install bin location. We can install bin in any location. In any location you can install. But what is the default? What is the default location? Default location when you specially go for the bin, okay, will be USR, okay, local PG SQL, USR local PG SQL. This is the default location. Under this, there will be bin directory will be created. There, it is maintaining all the binary files related to the Postgres. So this is the default location. Cluster, see, once you install the Postgres, you need to build a cluster, means you need to install the instance. Whenever you are going to configure cluster, that is up to our wish, sir. Wherever we want to keep, we can keep it, the cluster location. That is a different story. But here something very interestingly you need to remember is, where is our binary file location when you especially going for source code. When you go for source code, this is the default location. Can I change it, Subbu? Yes, you can change it. I will show you how to change the bin location while we are installing the product. Now, second thing, okay, default, okay, default audit log, okay, default audit log will be in disable mode, okay. So by default, audit log will be in the disable mode. When you specially go for source code installation, later on you need to go and manually enable the audit log. So when you go for M installation, everything will be opposite, sir. When you go for M installation, everything will be little opposite. So whatever you can't do in the source code, it's quite opposite. Means everything will be possible in the means automatic. Majority of the stuff will be automatic when you go for package installation. But when you go for source code installation, everything you need to do it is a manually. One second. Yeah, sorry. Okay, see, default audit log is disabled when you especially go for source code installation. Okay, no, okay, default, okay, default, no service file will be created. Okay, so we need to create manually. So in the Linux, so there will be one service file will be created. In the Linux, there will be one service file will be created. Okay. So that service file won't be created when you specially go for the source code installation. That we need to manually create. So we need to create manually. Manually. Manually, you need to create the service file as well. Manually, you need to create the service file. So default, no environment variables will be created. Default, okay, default, no environment. So you remember in the Windows also we discuss about the environment variables. We discuss about the environment variables, right? So that environment variables here, variables won't create, so you need to manually go and create it. Variable bash file, no bash file in the Linux. That is also you need to create manually. Okay. Now, okay, one more thing is we can install minor versions, okay, in different location. This is something very interesting, especially when you go for source code installation. this is something very interesting option. Why, Subbu, what is the major thing we'll go for when you'll go for source code installation is whenever you are performing the minor upgrades. Minor, like major is nothing but version, like a 15, 16, 17, 18, 14, 13. These are the major upgrades. Minor upgrades means 14.0, 14.1, 14.1.2, 14.1.3. So those are minor. So when you specially wanted to test the minor upgrades, that time source code is the best choice for us, and we will prefer the source code, and we can keep the minor installation in the different directory, and we can test our production servers. So that is one of the major reason why we will also go for the source code installation in the real world when we are having better installation, yum installation, because yum is very simple. You don't need to do much more things in yum. Everything will be automatic. So exactly whatever you can't do here, everything will be automated when you especially go for yum installation. So installation complete, okay, in automatic process, okay, automatically by clicking one, by just running one command, it will install. So say we can install bin in any location. Here also you can install in any location, okay, or sorry, hey, oh, this is the yum installation, right? We can install bin in one location, okay, one location. Then what is the default location when you specially go for yum installation? So this is something very interesting. So USR PGSQL hyphen version. Which version you are going to install, that version number will be available. See, for the source code installation, the default directory is USR local PGSQL. For yum installation, USR PGSQL. Directly you will get the version. For example, you are installing 15. You are installing 15. Postgres PGSQL hyphen 15. If you are installing 17, PGSQL hyphen 17. It will create the directory name as a version directory name only, but the extension will be PGSQL. Okay, and you can keep the cluster directory. Okay, you can keep the cluster directory var lib. Okay, PGSQL. Okay, 15 and data. So because this is automatic installation, right? Later on, if you want, you can change it, but mostly yum installation will be automatically installing everything, right? So this is the location you are going. For example, you are installing 15. It will go for var lib PGSQL 15. If you are installing 16, 16. If you are installing 17, 17, and data directory. So this is the default directory for the binary file. This is the default directory for the cluster file. So here we are having some capability to change these locations when you especially go for source code. But when you go for yum installation, it's everything will be default. You can't change the location while you are installing. Later on, if you wanted to change, you can change it. But while you are installing, you can't change this location. And the default audit like file will be enabled. Will be enabled. Default it will be enabled. And the default service file will be created. Service file will be created. You no need to create anything in the here. You no need to create anything here. And the default environment variable bash file will also created. You can go and set it. You can go and set it. Bash file will be created. Batch file will be created. Will be created. Created. Now this is something here. If you are installing, okay, if we install, okay, minor versions, especially minor versions, it will install under same directory. That's the problem here is it will install under the same directory only. But source code installation, you can keep in a different location. So this concept I will talk when we are discussing upgradation. So when we are having migrations, upgradation, right? That time we'll talk about again source code installation, again M installation, minor upgrades, major upgrades. So again you will get the installation as a when we are talking on upgradation and migration. So So when you are going for yum installation, that too, if you are doing the minor upgrades, it will install on the same location only. And the problem here is new minor version, okay, will replace older version. Older version. This is the one thing you need to mainly remember. One thing you need to mainly remember when you especially go for yum installation. So how it will create Subbu means this is how it create. Earlier, what is the file? It contains actually slash usr slash PostgreSQL and hyphen 15 version, right? Currently, when you are installing, imagine you are installing 16. Okay, you are installing 16, so it will be in the 16. Okay, so this will be the folder name, right? In a traditional when you are installing the version, but when you install in the minor upgrades, okay, that time the folder names will be like this. Okay, 14.2. Okay, this is how it will create when you specially go for the yum installation. So how to perform yum installation when you go for migrations, upgradations, which one is the best? Source code installation is the best, yum installation is the best. Based on our upgradation, we will talk that stuff in that time, sir. As of now, don't think too much. As of now, how to perform source code installation, how to perform yum installation. Got it, everyone? No? Yes?
Yeah,
Sir, source code and yum installation both are same, right? I mean, we can choose any type of install.
You are installing Postgres. Okay, which type you are preferring is very important. Most of the time, we'll prefer yum installation because it will reduce our time. See, it will reduce our time. You don't need to do much more things, but this everything you need to do manually. When you go for source code, you need to do manual installations. You need to do audit log enable, services enable, environment variables, much more stuff you need to do. But if you go for yum installation, majority of the stuff it will taken care. Only couple of things here and there will perform.
Functionality is same, right? If you choose anything like source code or
See, just you are installing Postgres. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So you just to understand. So you wanted to install a product. Either you are going for command line to install, either you are going for graphical user interface. Almost both are same, right? You are installing the product, but source code is little additional load on DBS. But somewhere it will help us lots. Sir. I told you, right, when you are going for minor upgrades, source code is the best when you compare with the yum installation or package installation. So that's what. Don't think too much about this concept. This I will talk when we are discussing upgradation migration. Let's talk about how to install Postgres. How many ways we can install? Two ways we can install. One is a source code, one is a yum installation. Where it will help, how it will help, that we'll talk in the upcoming classes, and that time you will already become strong in the Postgres. So whatever I'm saying, you can understand the technical terms. Got it?
Okay. So, and Windows level, we don't need to bother about these parameters, directives, anything, right?
Yeah, whenever you are installing, you will choose on all the files, right? Where you wanted to keep the bin location, where you wanted to keep the cluster location. Same thing only, right? Here also same thing only, right? Only two location. One is the bin, one is the cluster.
Right.
Here also same, right? One is the bin, one is the cluster.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Almost both are same. Nothing much more difference here. But source code is little manual process. Majority of the thing we'll see, sir. Once we start installing, you will get to know. No, Subbu, I will go for yum installation. It's very good.
Okay.
I don't want to go
one
for source
doubt.
code. Yes.
Is the same? Are we following the same process for enterprise editions also, like EDB, Percona, while studying? So,
See, EDB is a graphical user interface. It's a license base. Okay. See, when you special installation is an installation, sir. Later on, whatever we are getting the support is something different. So installation is common, right? Agree, not agree. See, whenever I told you, if you go to the PostgreSQL So if you go to the download, you are finding different flavors. If you go for here, so for Mac also they are providing the here. So it's a common when you go for Windows. But if you go for the Linux, right? Now you will talk to EDB providers and you will talk the licensing support. Then that is a different story.
Okay.
That is a different story. But installation is a common, sir. Again, there is nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, what are the see, every product you need at least minimum prerequisites, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Prerequisites. Minimum, at least. Every, not only Postgres, sir. If you are installing anything, there will be minimum prerequisites. See, Postgres is very lightweight. Minimal RAM, sir. Minimal RAM. Not, sorry, RAM, not RAM. No minimal RAM also required. Like I need 512 MB GP of RAM, 1 GP of RAM, blah 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 blah. Majority of the people will tell that much GP of RAM I need, Subbu, to install the Postgres. No need, sir. You won't trust me. Even if you wanted to download a song, a movie song, okay, if you go for minimal song, like they will call like a 320 or 128 or something, I'm not recalling. When you're downloading the song, the quality, the audio quality, so the size will also keep on increasing. If you wanted to download a minimal one song, it required 4 to 5 MB, correct? 3.5 to 4 MB it will take. To install a Postgres, you need 128 KB. 128 KB is fine. Memory. Okay, so you no need massive amount of memory for the Postgres. See, until unless what you are doing on your database. See, to install, I'm saying, not for working functionality. Don't tell working functionality. It depends on your DB sizes. It depends on your transactions. It depends on your connections. That is a different story. If I wanted to install a Postgres, you need no minimal RAM also. At least to 128 KB is fine. You can go and install the product. Okay. So that's the reason no minimal RAM required. Basically, default. So we won't keep 128 KB, sir. Like default, for example, I'm saying that 128 MB. Okay, for the shared buffers. Okay, buffers, and to keep the plan, other stuff. Okay, to keep other plans, other stuff, other cache, right? So for plan or keep not land, sorry. So to keep other things in buffer, okay, pleased, okay, 256 MB is fine. Okay, even it is not crossing 512 MB also, it's fine, sir. Okay, other keep in the buffers. And storage, a minimal storage, need minimal storage. Okay, 50 MB storage is fine. P space over the disk is fine. Space, okay, for installation. Okay, in USR location. Wherever location you are going to choose, under USR location, at least you need 50 MB free space if you want to install. See, for other stuff, for data directory, once you build a cluster, see, for cluster only the story will start. For data directory, depends on, okay, for data directory, it's depends on size of the DB of the database. Okay, size of them. So minimal requirements are not like a massive, but what are the best practices? We'll talk. I will talk about memory best practices, storage best practices, where you need to configure, how you will configure, what are the things you need to take care in terms of memory, in terms of storage, in terms of CPU. Everything we'll talk in the upcoming classes. But minimal prerequisites, this is fine, sir. You don't need massive stuff when you especially go for Postgres, especially for Postgres. Now, as part of today's session, we are going to first focus on the YUM installation. Okay. In the next session, we'll talk about the source code installation. As part of today, we'll talk about source code installation. So first, everyone build a virtual machine, right? You are able to access the VMware tool, and you download the tool, and you download the Red Hat. Okay, and you install the product at everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, if not, please do it, sir. Now you know how to install the mobile extreme, how to connect via mobile extreme also. I already shown you. Now once your server is ready, everything's ready. Just two small hints, sir. I'm saying to save your time. What you can do means, okay, okay. Now currently I build the server. Now what you can do, just for safe side, copy paste it. Okay, you can copy it and paste it, sir, and do whatever things you already connected to this VM, and do whatever the things you want. In case you don't want this one, you can delete this one, and again you can use it. This is very easy. No need to build every time operating system. So to build operating system, I need to spend 15 to 20 minutes to boot. So what you can do, just before you are doing something, you can back up that entire VM, keep it in the here, do experimental all this VM. In case if you don't want, you can go and delete it. You can shut down the VM. You can you can power off the VM and delete the VM. Again, you can rename it. Now what you need to do, you need to simply open the VM. Open the VM. That's a very simple shortcut, sir, every time. You don't need to spin multiple times the VM when you are practicing each and everything. Okay? Every time I need to spin, say not in the real world. This is when you are practicing, I'm saying. Okay, please don't keep all this stuff in real world. This is when you are practicing only. I know. Whenever you are muted, I thought that same question you will raise. Okay, don't do all experimental shortcuts in the real world. This is just to save your time. You can do it, sir. You can just click on open, choose where you place the file. Okay, choose where you place the file, choose the file, click on open. It will open, sir. Okay, then you need to connect and get the IP address and update the IP address here. Update the IP address here and again connect it. Okay, again connect it. That is the one shortcut I wanted to show you. One more shortcut is whenever you open the virtual machine via VMware workstation, sometimes it is not connecting the internet. Okay, so what you can do, click on here, network adapter here itself. There is a network adapter, right? From the VMware workstation. Click here, open the settings. Okay, go to the network adapter, choose the bridge. Okay, choose the bridge. By default, it will be in the NAT. So, not sure. Sometimes it is not usually. Last time we are not facing this issue, but this time very oftenly we are facing this issue. Network is disconnecting after a while. Okay, better what you can do, because this is not a purely license-based tool, right? We are getting free trial kind of stuff, right? Better go for the bridge and click on OK, and again you can shut down. Again you can turn it on. This is the one simple shortcut. This is one more shortcut you need to remember. So now once you are done, go to here, get the IP address. You know how to get the IP address. What is the command? IP space A, right? When you type just IP space A, you will get the IP of the server. Okay, see, I can get the IP address. I can copy the IP address. I can go to the mobile extreme and I can update the connection. I can work it from here. You can provide the password and you can connect it. So every time you no need to install the product. Every time you no need to install the product. Now, once you connect to the server, now first thing you need to check the internet connectivity. Okay, so for that, ns lookup. Okay, www.google.com. Google.com, just to check the internet. Yes, I am getting the response. Okay, I am getting the response. I am able to see, and this is IPv6, sir. This is IPv4 IP address. Okay, this is IPv4 address. I can copy this IP address. I can go to here. I can open the public IP address. I can open. See, using IP address also, I can directly go to the Google. Okay, but using IPv6, no, sir. We can't connect using IPv6. But IPv4, yes, you can copy the www.google.com public IPv4 IP address, and you can go to the Google and you can open. It will open. So internally, name and IP address are mapped. That technically we'll call it as a DNS. Okay, DNS. So this is IPv6, which is 128-bit. Okay, now almost IPv4 is occupied by the throughout the global. So there is a shortage of IPv4 version IP addresses. So that's the reason they came up with the IPv6. But even though they came up with IPv6, most of the live production servers will be use the IPv4 because easily to remember the IP address. IPv6 is 128-bit, so it's very tough to remember. This is IP address, sir. It's tough to remember this IP address, but this is 32-bit. I can easily remember in case if I want to remember, I can remember this IP address. So using NS lookup, I can get the, if you are getting the response, yes, this server is having internet connectivity. So first thing what you need to do, so first get the whether you are having internet connectivity or not. Okay, this is the first thing. Once you got the update, so once you got the response, okay, once you got the response, your internet is connected properly. Now, first thing, what you need to do. So, you need to set the server name, all this stuff. But you remember last demo itself, I shown you how to set the server name, everything. So here I already shown you how to set the server name, how to update the server name. So where somewhere we set it, right? No, I already set it. Here, okay. You already set the server name. So in case if you not set the server name, set the server names. Okay, that is a best thing I can suggest you. Okay, so that is the best thing I can suggest you. You already set the server name, but now no need. But you haven't set the server name. You can set the server name. Once you set the server name, you need to update the server details under vi. Okay, post. Okay, etc. Okay, post file. Now what you need to update? You need to update your IP address. What is the IP address? Our IP address. Get the server IP address. This is my server IP address. Okay, get the server. Come on here. It's not copied. Oh, okay. 192.164.131.74. Okay. 31.74.201, and you are keeping as a server name primary. Okay, once it is done, then you need to reboot the server. Please make a note on you need to reboot the server. Once it is done, you can reboot. Now, you are good. Your VM is ready. You are having internet connectivity. You already set the server name. You rebooted everything. Now you are good to go for installing the Postgres. You're good to go for installing the Postgres. But any database management system is having some prerequisites. Okay. So here also, when you get a chance to install, there are a couple of libraries where you need to install specially for the Postgres. Okay, especially for the Postgres, you need to install these libraries. these libraries. Please make a note down. These are the libraries you need to install when you want to make healthy Postgres installation. Either you are going for YAM installation, or you are going to for source code installation, or means package installation or source code installation. These are the libraries you need to install, like a C compiler, built-in tools, libraries, read line level, okay, zlib, okay, GCC, C++, okay, make. So these are the default libraries you need to install when you are going for source code installation, when you are going for YAM installation. What and all these libraries are doing, that just to understand, I just make the description, but will I need to remember all the Subumis? No need, sir, but make a note down on your mind that, okay, if I wanted to install the Postgres, I need to install dependency libraries, dependent libraries. This is something you need to aware of the concept. Otherwise, while you are installing, definitely you will face the errors. It's not like a Windows, sir. Even Windows also you need to install the required libraries. But especially for Postgres, nothing, sir. You can directly go and install. But especially for Linux, there are lots of libraries you need to install it. Okay, there are a lot of libraries you need to install as part of this. So first we are going to install, as part of this, first I am going to install development tools. Okay, sudo dnf group install. I'm installing all the development tools. See, when you are installing any library, it will ask you for the confirmation. Yes, can I proceed? No, I don't want to proceed. So being I know that I need to install all the required libraries under as part of the development tools, I am passing yes as a parameter. Hyphen y means yes, proceed, next, proceed, next. You don't want wait for my confirmation. Proceed for everything. So once you paste it, just if you run, it will, oh, wait. Sorry, sir. Okay. So first you need to go to the root user. Sorry, my bad. First you need to switch the root user. Okay. Clear the screen. So first you need to go to the root user. Something we are missing, sir. Please be careful when you are especially working with the Linux. Everything is so sensitive. You need to be so careful. Now, once you connect to the root user, then try to install the product, whatever the required libraries. So first I'm going to install the development tools libraries. Okay. See, if you want to install this one, you need to subscribe the Red Hat. Okay. So whenever once you install, it will ask you to prompt you subscribe, right? You need to provide the subscription. Otherwise, you can't download this binary files. That is something you need to aware of the concept, especially when you are going for the Red Hat. Okay, it may take some time. The file size is 105 MB. It will take some time here. Just hold on. Okay, each and every step you need to follow in the sequence order, and you need to make somewhere a proper notes. Okay, that's a little problem when you're especially working with the Linux. It's not like a Windows. Mostly I will copy the exe file. I can just double click and click on next, click on next, click on next. Our installation is done. But when you especially go for the Linux, you need to follow the hierarchical level pattern. That will make you so easy. So it is downloading all the required libraries, everything. It is downloading Python library, GCC library, OpenSSL libraries, C++, C, everything it will import. Sir. Yeah, almost done. Okay, a little fastly only. Don't get panic when we are seeing in the Linux. We will definitely get little panic. Too much of things are happening in the background by running a single command. Okay, done, sir. And I told you, right, there are other dependency files also you need to download. As part of that, you need to execute this script. I just kept everything at single shot. You no need to go and select everything individually, all the dependencies. So at single shot only we are selected. Execute. Almost the development tool will crack the majority of the stuff, but in case if anything is missing, this libraries will also download everything so that it won't stop my installation. Okay, otherwise, whenever you are installing the product, it will directly say that so-and-so library is missing. We are unable to install. So again, you need to find that library name and install the product. It's a little hard. So better than that. So I just performing everything at one shot. What are the liquid libraries? Let's install all the libraries. So once your libraries has been done, so don't straight away go to the installing the product, sir. Okay. Now I need to select this one. Update here. So one thing is missing. Okay. Click on top. Yeah, this one. Once both are complete. Okay. Please be careful. I need to switch to root user. Then only on top of the root user, and I'm just going to perform all these operations. Okay. Now once it is done, don't straight away go and perform the installation, sir. First create the Postgres user. Okay. Sudo user add Postgres. Okay, I am creating Postgres user under Linux level. Okay, I'm going to create a user at Linux level, and I'm going to set the password. Sudo password Postgres. Okay,
Subbu, you're already root user, right? Why are we still using sudo?
Oh, no need, but sometimes people will get confused. So that is my worst habit is I will use most of the time sudo now.
Okay.
Because mostly we'll use the Postgres login, right? So there I will
Yeah,
grant
right,
the
right. With
sudo over
Postgres.
permission, but the sudo is a habit for me. I'm not sure. I know
Okay.
it's basically you are in the root user. Okay, provide the password. So I'm providing the password as a Postgres only. Postgres. Okay, Postgres. Okay, done. So you need to copy these two things. Okay, and once you provide the password, it will show that your password has been successfully set it. Okay, done. Now I need to grant the Postgres user as a sudo over. Okay, sudo over. Okay, there is a file here. Okay, that file is clear the screen. Okay, that file is okay ls-lrth etc. Okay, sudo over. Okay, when you run this command, I'm having, I already changed the permission, read write permission. If you forget to change it, first what you need to do, you need to grant the right permission, okay, on that file. So once you've done this one, come on. Okay, now you need to grant the permission to the sudo permission to the Postgres log. So now this I already done. Now what I'm going to do directly, I'm going to the VA editor and I can open the sudo file. Okay, so here I already granted the other users. Insert, it will insert more. I need to add the Postgres. All equal to all. Okay, save it. Now done. So this is the first thing you need to make a note down, sir. This is the first thing you need to make a note down. So now you need to grant the permission first, then open the sudo and allow the Postgres all equal to all. Okay, and all. Fine. Save. Now once it is done, now you are good to go for installing the Postgres. Okay. Now I wanted to install the Postgres via source code installation. Now first what I need to do, I can go to the PostgreSQL.org, go to the download, go to the Linux, choose the Red Hat. Okay, or you no need to choose that because you are not going for AM installation. You can directly go for source code installation. Okay. Now with these are all this is the major versions, like a 16.0 is the major, 17.0 is the major, and rest of all the things are minor versions. So as of now, you decide that I need to install Postgres 17. Okay. I need to install Postgres 17. Or for example, I wanted to install Postgres 17.1. For example, sir, I can go to the 17.1. Okay. So whenever you open the file, you are having different zip files are available. Out of that, the best is the tar file. Tar is the zip file kind of stuff. In a technical layman terms, tar file is the zip file. So Postgres SQL -17.1 tar.gz. So I will talk about these zip files also when we are specially working with the backups, all this stuff we'll talk. Now what you need to do, you can copy this link. Don't click on here, sir. It will download it. You just copy the link, go to the server. Okay. Now I need to download that zip file. Okay, tar file. Now to download that one, wget space, and you need to provide the link. Space, you need to properly provide that link. Okay, this is the link. I am just copied from the portal and I am providing wget. So once you click here, it will connect and it will try to download. So once your download is ready, now you need to extract this one. Once your download is ready, you need to extract this file. Okay, before that, wait a little bit download. The file size is 27 MB. Okay. One second, sir. Okay, the file got downloaded. Just to verify whether the file is existing on the location or not, ls-lh, and you can provide the file name here. Okay, yeah, there is a file is created. There is a file is created on that specific directory, and just providing what permissions are there and what is the file size when it is, what is the file name, everything you got it. Now you need to extract this file. That too, this is a tar file. So we are trying to extract this file with the simple command call tar, okay, -xbzf. Now you are trying to provide the file name which will extract it. Okay. Now click on enter. It is extracting that entire file. So once you download the product, what you need to do, you need to verify whether the file is available or not. Once you verify, later on you need to extract it. Via this command, you can extract the file. Once you extract the file, what I will see, Subbu, here, that is what something very interesting. ls-lrth. It will display. So there is a file folder is created. See this file extracted with a directory name PostgreSQL -17.1. 17.1. It's a 17.1 version. Okay, whenever I see, now I need to go to this directory, cd, go to this directory, verify what files are available, whether it extracted properly. See, whenever you properly extracted only, you will see all these files. Otherwise, no, sir. If you're not able to see these files, means maybe you're not properly downloaded, maybe you're not properly extracted. Okay, so in case you find the folder, but whenever you went to the folder, you are not able to see anything. You went to the folder, but you are not able to see anything. That means maybe you downloaded wrongly, or you extracted is not properly. That is the reason there won't be no files will be here. Again, you need to download the product. Again, you need to extract properly. So that's the reason. Pass all valid parameters. Whatever I'm passing, right? You need to pass the same parameters so that you will be little so safe side. You will be little so safe side. So this is what first you need to do. Still we not yet installed, sir. Okay, still we not yet installed. Just we downloaded the software and we extracted the software. We downloaded the software, we extracted the software. From here, there is something you need to remember. From here, you need to do three things. Being you are going to perform the source code installation, you need to majorly do three things. One is, there is a file called config file. There is a file called make file. Okay, there is a file called make file. There is a file called config file. Okay, so first thing, what you need to do, you need to first run this config file. All the libraries, all the things it will validate. So whenever you run the config file, it will get all the required files, everything. It will bind everything now. Okay. Now once your config you run, next you need to make that file and brings ready to the file. Then you will install make install. So you need to perform three steps here. Once you extract it, one is ./config you need to run. Config file you need to run. So once you run the config file, then you need to make file. Okay, means whatever the config file you selected. So it will zip everything. Means it's not zipping. It is binding all in one shot with the make file. Once it's done, then you will install make install. Make install. So once you extracted, this is the three things you need to do. This is the three things you need to do. But as of now, when you are trying to config, as I told you right here, you remember, we can install bin in any location. If you're not specifying the location, by default, it will go for USR local PostgreSQL. By default, it will go for this location. I don't want to keep this location. I wanted to keep my own location, Zobu. Where it is possible means, when you are going to perform config, you need to add the prefix. You need to add the prefix. So under the prefix, you can provide your location wherever you wanted to keep. For example, USR PostgreSQL -70. For example, you decide that I don't want to go for the default location. I need a different location. That time, you can specify your own prefix and you can provide that location name, because source code is having capability to change the location while you are installing. You can change the location. I don't want to go for default location. I wanted to change the different location. That is possible with the source code. But yum installation is something different, so that we'll talk in the evening. So no worries. As of now, we are doing the source code installation. It's a little advantage. We can change the default location. No need to go for USR local PostgreSQL. You can set your own location and you can provide that location under the prefix. Okay, under the prefix. Now, along with this, okay, see, we worked with the varieties of versions in the Postgres. Okay, so here you need to pass two more parameters, mostly without ICU library. Okay, I don't want to use this library. Let's bring the config files all in one place without okay, ready line. Otherwise, you can perform with this only. But the problem here is, being these are all the lab servers, okay, being these are all the lab environment, sometimes these two libraries are stopping our configuration. Okay, that's the reason I am excluding this one. Okay, we are excluding. You can directly run this one in the real world. 99.9% it won't stop, sir. In case anything this kind of stop it is doing, you can exclude this stuff. No worries, your installation will get success. So as of now, we already aware of this concept. So what we are doing, we are excluding as part of the config. So now you need to copy this one and you can just go and paste it. So there is a config file, you are under the same directory. Now you need to run the config file. This is something you need to do it. Is it clear, everyone? No? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay, fine. Okay. Next, what you need to do, you need to run the make file. And next, what you need to make install. Okay, fine. Now, first let it run, sir. It will take a little time. Let's run it. It is checking all the configuration file related to the Postgres, libraries, everything. Okay, done. Okay, so that's the reason I wanted to avoid all the installation kind of failures. So that's the reason I excluded that ICU and read line. Otherwise, definitely you'll. Next, what you need to do, you need to run a make. Don't get panic. The first time we're seeing the Linux. That's the problem. That's the reason I will also love Windows. How many people will love Windows, sir?
Me.
I love Windows a lot.
It's user friendly.
Yeah.
So one question, I think that is out of question actually in this class. See, actually, whenever we go like Microsoft, Oracle, they will say 99.9% security, right? If we purchase their license. So what about Postgres? If Postgres also saying same thing, like we will also provide.
See, it's not a
99%.
license and security, sir. No, it's wrong. No. What they are offering, see, what are the features are available in the Microsoft, okay? Like authentications, protocols in terms of SSL, TLS protocols, NTLM authentication, Kerberos authentications, okay? So they are doing their best to protect, because they're mostly SQL is sitting on the Windows platforms. But Linux, your operating system is already secured. Your operating system is already secured. On top of that, you are going to place your software. It can be Oracle, it can be Postgres, okay? It can be SQL also, you can place it. So what encryptions they're allowing, that differs, sir. Basically, we should not think that when we purchasing license, we are getting more security. No. What features are available is a matter. So here also you can do the SSL encryption, TLS encryption. Okay, here also you can encrypt the data. So in the Postgres also you can encrypt it, but don't compare with the Oracle. Don't compare with SQL. Those are money-minded database management systems. Correct? Yes or no? Then see, sensitive data. That's the reason. Sensitive data. Every sensitive data we are going for Oracle or SQL or MySQL. Okay, very sensitive data. They are keeping safe side.
Sybase also.
Sorry.
Sybase.
There are lots. Sir, again, I told you, right? 300 plus database management system. Whenever I placed one of our student in Capgemini, he told me I got placed on SQL Server. He got opportunity to work on Solid DBA. He's telling Solid DBA. Oh, there is a database called Solid DBA. That time I don't know. Then one of my friend itself got selected again for the solid DB only. Same company. Okay. So there are lots of databases again. We know only popular databases like Oracle, SQL, Postgres, MongoDB, SAP HANA, DB2, Sybase, Teradata, Cognos. Yeah, that okay. Yeah, make is done. Now finally you need to install the products. Now you are installing the software. You bind the request, you verified all the config files, you bind all the config files. Now you are installing the software. Done. Okay. Now your installation is done, sir. How I can double check, Subbu, whether my installation is done or not? So you remember when I'm installing Postgres, I specified this location, right? Yes or no? USR PostgreSQL 17. So go to this location, CD. Okay. Go to this location. Okay. I'm in the location. Now you can go from ls-lrth. Okay. There is a directory called bin directory. You can go to the bin directory, CD bin. Okay. ls-lrth. Now you will see all the required libraries. Postgres related libraries like a PCCTL, PCDump, PCRestore, PCDumpall, PCReset, PCRewind, okay, PCWallDump, PCWallSummary, PCBench, PSQL, DropDB, CreateDB. These are all the utilities where Microsoft is offering. Like when you go for Windows, also same, right? If you go to the C program files, if I go to the Postgres, if I go to the 17, if I go to the bin, whatever the libraries you are able to see, same libraries you are able to see in the Linux also.
In real-time projects, this is done from the Postgres user, right? We don't do it from root user, is it?
No, up to this you need to do it root user, ma'am.
But then
Up to
all
this.
of my packages will be owned by the root user, and if I switch to Postgres, I will not be able to load these, right?
No. You need to do this stuff. You need to do with the root user. Next stuff, whatever I will show in the Postgres one. Getting, ma'am?
But as a root user now, will I be able to run that initdb or PG,
No.
all of these?
No, nothing. So as a first you are installing the product. So far, what you done, ma'am? You just install the Postgres. You not yet build the instance. See, installation is done. Your binary files, everything is loaded. Is our job is done, Subbu? Means no. You need to build a cluster, correct? So this is our binary files. Okay, this is up to this only you done. Now what you need to do? You need to create a cluster directory. Under the cluster directory, you need to build the instance. Getting my point? Now this I need to do it from the Postgres only. I need to switch from root to Postgres. I need to do everything via Postgres login. So that is the reason, ma'am, I created the Postgres. I granted the sudo permission also. Now what I will do, I will just to create the directory where I need to place my cluster. Okay, and I will grant the
real-time
permission
projects,
to
we
the.
have to get root access and then do this installation, and right, is it? And then we'll switch to
Oh, if
Postgres
you
for
are
the rest.
having the sudo permission, you can also do it, ma'am. If you are having sudo permission, you can do via Postgres also. You see, if you are having sudo permission to the Postgres, you can do it. If you're having sudo permission for your login, you can do it, right? So mainly you need to have sudo permission.
In real time, normally they won't provide root access to everyone, right? So
Yeah.
even for DBS also, they won't give access. So in my perception, they will give access to sudo, PostgreSQL logins to sudo
That's
permission.
what I'm saying. If you're having sudo permission, you can do it, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay? You can do
We can
everything via
install
Postgres login.
with the Postgres user.
Postgres.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
Then we
let
will
me
try.
show you that also
Yeah,
in
we
the
will try. Yeah, understood.
Yeah,
not
no
now,
problem. Carry on, no
not
worries.
now when we are doing the upgrades. So I need to again show you multiple times. Okay. At any time, just remind me once. Hey, Subbu, can you show me via Postgres login? I will show you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay. Now what I need to do? So my installation is done. My directories are fine. My installation is done. Everything is done. Okay. Now there in the bin folder there is a file called pz underscore.
Data.
Oh no.
There is data and
Where is that file? Where is that file? I'm not recalling. Okay, nothing. Okay, chalo. I'm just recall, sir. Okay, see. Now I installed my Postgres, everything. Now I need to place my cluster. So for that I need to create a directory. mkdir. Okay, next I need to create the cluster, right? -b. Okay, because folder to folder I'm creating. I'm creating var lib. Okay, PostgreSQL 17. And there I'm going to create a data directory. Here I am creating, so under var lib, I am creating PostgreSQL 17. Under that I am creating the data directory. So this is my cluster directory. This is my bin directory. This is my USR PostgreSQL 17. There is a bin directory where my entire cluster, entire Postgres has been installed, binaries has been installed. And I am going to build a different directory under different root directory. So where I need to build the cluster. So var lib I'm choosing as a cluster directory. So I just created a cluster directory. If you perform ls-lrth, if I go to this, by default it will be the root. Okay. Oh, nothing. Oh, correct. Oh, sorry, I not build the cluster, right? Okay. Now, confused. Okay, copy this one. Get it ready. Okay. Now, what I need to do is, I am going to grant the permission to that folder to the Postgres. Okay. How I can grant the permission is chmod. So I will talk about chone, sorry. chone. Okay. I will talk about chmod, chone in the upcoming classes. Sir. You will become strong when we are discussing about the security, all the stuff. I will talk it. So -r. Okay. Postgres. Okay. Postgres. So I need to provide the directory. Okay, fine, execute, done. So once it is done, now what you need to do, you can switch to the Postgres login. Okay, now you can switch it to su-postgres. Okay, now I am in the Postgres login. See, now whatever you are doing, everything you will do with the Postgres login only. The first thing as part of now, what you need to do, first thing you need to do to build a cluster. I need to first build the cluster. Okay, I need to first build the cluster. Okay, so how you will build the cluster? Which command, which utility you will use it, sir, in here to build the cluster? In Windows also I explain you.
PGCTL.
PG underscore CTL, you can start the cluster. To start the cluster, right? initdb, right? Using initdb.
Yes.
Using initdb, you can build the cluster. Even Windows also is showing you same thing, right? Using initdb, you can build the cluster. Like here also in the Linux also same thing. Okay. So now what you need to do, where that initdb is available, /usr, okay, /pz SQL-17. I told you, right? You can type 1 or 2 keywords and you can click on tab. It will get the information. Bin location. So initdb. So this is the utility. I need to use it to build the cluster. So -d, and you need to provide the location where you wanted to build the cluster. This is my location. Okay, this is my location. Under this location, I am going to place my cluster. Under this location, I am going to place my cluster. Now click on enter. See, your installation is done. It got build the cluster. Now you need to, it is itself is asking start the cluster. It is itself is asking start the cluster. Using this command, you can start the cluster. First thing what you need to do, you need to build the cluster. So once you build the cluster, it is asking to start the cluster. What is the utility you will use it to start the cluster? PG underscore CTL. Okay. See, it itself is asking how to start it. Now you can copy this one. You can paste it here. You can run here. See, waiting for the server to start. Server got started. Now your cluster has been started. So now your Postgres engine is running. Now, if I wanted to connect, you can connect. Like for example, PSQL, no. See, if you type anything, no, you can't connect as of now currently. So click on Control C, exit, sir. Don't, because we need to do certain things before I directly go and connect to the Postgres, because it's a source code installation. Everything I need to do it manually. Everything I need to do it manually. Okay. First thing, what you need to do, you need to set the environmental variables. You need to set the environment variables. Okay. What you need to do, sir? First, you need to do the environment variables. So to set the environment variables, I am in the Postgres login only. I'm a sudo. I'm in the Postgres login. So vi dot bash underscore file. Okay. So I'm opening dot bash underscore profile to set the environment variables under the Postgres login. Okay. Here you need to set the environment variables. So you need to set the two things in environment variables. What are the two things? One is path. So where is your binary location? One is data. Okay, PZ data. So you need to follow the same hierarchy. Please, when you are doing, follow the same hierarchy. So this is the two things you need to set under environment variables. So how I can set it, Subhum, is export, okay, path equal to dollar path, okay, colon, and you need to set where you place the, where is your binary location. So you need to pass the bin location. Now here also same export, okay, PG data, where you place the cluster directory. This is our cluster directory. Copy this one, paste it here. Now nothing you need to do, copy these two things, and you can click on insert, okay, and paste it, click on escape, click on save. Once it is done, okay, immediately you can do everything. Immediately can I do everything? No, you can't do it. So immediately can I do anything? No, sir. The next thing what you need to do is you need to apply the changes. Whatever you done on the batch profile, you need to apply those changes. How I can apply the changes? Using source. Source batch profile. Batch underscore profile. So using source dot batch underscore profile, you can apply the changes. You can apply the changes. If you're not doing this one, your environment variables still not yet be applied, even you set it. Now, if I want to print what is data is available, echo is nothing but print is a printer, dollar path. So when I run this command, see it is getting complete your location, right? It is getting complete your location, USR, PGSQL -17, bin location. So like same, you can also type echo dollar easy data. Okay, now you are getting the cluster location also to validate whether I'm getting the required path or not. So once it is done, now see, okay, earlier when you run the PSQL, it's shown the command not found. Okay, now you can run the PSQL. See, it directly connect to the cluster. So when you run the PSQL, if it is directly connecting to the cluster, means you properly set the environment variables. If you not set the environment variables, you can't use the utilities like not only PSQL, PZ underscore CTL, initdb. That if you want to use this one, you need to go to this path only. I want to avoid this path. So every time I don't want to use this path. That time what I need to do is go and set the environment variables. Got it? No? Yes? Okay,
Got
I'm
it. Got it.
quitting from here. I'm just quitting. Now see, now I can use the PZ underscore CTL directly. See, without this path, I am directly calling PGSQL. Okay, I am calling directly PG_CTL -D, and you can call the where is your cluster directory, PG data. Okay, and I need to see the status. Okay, yes, my cluster is running. My cluster is currently running. My cluster is currently running. So I wanted to pass every time this one, Subbu. No need also. You can directly run PG_CTL status. See, it will also save the same details. But when you should pass this one means the problem here is you need to pass this location if you're having multiple clusters on the same Linux server. You created one more directory, and under that directory you created one more cluster with a different port number, and you started that cluster with a different port number, and you wanted to see that cluster is running or not. That time you need to pass the different location. That time is very, very important, sir. As of now, I'm having only one cluster. This is one instance, one cluster. I am super good. I no need to do all this stuff. Okay. Now, Subbu, using PG_CTL only, I can see whether my cluster is running or not. No, sir. I can also run PS-EF pipe symbol grep Postgres. Okay. See, now you can see Postgres related process. You can see all the Postgres related process, like checkpointer is running, background writer is running, wall writer is running, auto vacuum launcher is running, logical replication launcher. So these are all the backend process. As I told you, right, whenever you open the task manager, you will see multiple PSQL Subbu. Okay, Postgres engine Subbu means every thing backend it is running the Postgres process. Okay, Postgres process is running in the background. So what is that background process? Check pointer, busy writer, wall writer, auto vacuum, logical replication launchers. Okay, so these are something which we wanted to know, which we wanted to understand, and they may ask you a different question also. What is those questions? What are the components? We'll talk, sir, in upcoming classes. So using PG_CTL, you can verify whether your cluster is running, or you can simply type a PS-EF grep PG PostgreSQL. Mostly we'll love these commands. Most of the time, you will love this command. Basically, we won't use the PG_CTL and see the status. Okay, so very simple is PS. Mostly, we love to run the PS most of the time. Okay, fine. As of now, you install the Postgres. You are able to access the Postgres. Everything is working fine, sir. As of now, everything is working fine. When the problem will start means, for example, you are rebooting the server. See, I will reboot the server. Reboot. I'm rebooting the server. Okay. Yeah. Sudo su provide the password. Okay. Oh, sorry, wrong password I'm pressing. Sorry, my bad. Reboot. Now, when the problem will start means I am rebooting the server. I just rebooted the server. Just click on R, sir. It will refresh the window. Once the server is back, it will automatically connect. I just reboot the server. What is the problem here? What is the biggest problem here? Means your Postgres engine will be down automatically. Now see, you connected to the su hyphen Postgres. Postgres. Okay, clear the screen. Okay, ps hyphen df wrap. Okay, Postgres. You run this one. So currently, your Postgres engine is not running. Currently, your Postgres engine is not running. When it is running, you will see all the background process, all the stuff. Even you can use a PG_CTL status. Okay, your server is not running. That is a problem. That is one of the problem with the source code installation. So when you perform the source code installation and whatever the things you've done, okay, we thought that everything is done. Now you left for the day, you drop the email to the customer. Yeah, our installation is done. We kept so-and-so directory as a bin directory, so-and-so directory as a cluster directory. We've done everything. You just validate the connectivity, everything. You will pass the port number, instance name, means server name. You will pass everything. They can allow the connectivity. Everything is fine. Over the night, server got shut down, or over the night, server got rebooted. Now users will face the connectivity because engine is down. So how you can start Postgres? How to start Postgres services auto start. Okay, means once your server is coming online, coming online, automatically your Postgres services need to be started. How you can set this one? Okay, 1 second, sir. I will talk in a while, sir. Okay, for that, what we need to do, only one last thing. So go to the root user, post everything, sir. Just for you should not miss any commands. So that's the reason I'm just. Okay, I hope you are understanding right what I want to convey. I type the password. Oh no. Postgres.
Yeah, so it's clear.
Hey, -4. Hey. It's a very shocking. But, ah. You need to go to the root user. Okay. So you must have to start the services automatically. You need to go to the root user. Okay. Under the root user, if you go to the CD, okay, etc environmental, okay, etc, and if you go for rc.d, okay, if you go for rc.d, there is a file. If you perform ls-lrth, there is a file called rc.local. You need to open that file. Okay. vi, and you can open that file. Okay, execute. Under this file, what you need to do, okay, what you need to do is you need to write this option. And this file, you need to write this option, su hyphen postgres with a login postgres hyphen c connect, okay, single quote, pg underscore ctl hyphen d, okay, dollar pg data, because you already set the environment variables, start, close the single quote, copy, okay, insert, paste it, perfect, okay. Now escape, save it, okay. You need to go to this location, sir. Please be available. You are under the root user, please. You are under the root user only. You are going to perform all this stuff, okay. Now finally, once it is done, now I need to verify what data is available in that file. You can go for cat, and you can copy this one. You can read the data. Okay, so whatever the data I kept, it's working fine. Now you need to execute that file. Okay, you need to execute that file. So for that one, execute permission you need to grant. Okay, for that, what I'm going chmod. Okay, permission, what permission plus. Okay, execute x etc slash rc.d slash rc.local. Okay, done. Okay, this you need to do at the root level. Fine. Okay, finally. Now you can reboot the server once again, sir. Okay, reboot. Reboot the server once again. I not yet started my cluster, sir. I just set everything properly and I just reboot the cluster. Okay, done. Su hyphen Postgres. Okay, Postgres login. Okay, clear the screen. So you need to Postgres. So after the reboot, copy, reboot. Okay, now I connected to the Postgres login. Now we use hyphen ef pipe symbol wrap. Okay, post. Are able to see Postgres engine is already started, right? So even you reboot also, this is mandatory, sir. If you miss this one, the problem here. Okay, biggest problem.
So the same commands are same for the any flavor of Linux. I mean, like Ubuntu, CentOS.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay.
So these many things you need to do when you go for source code installation, sir. I thought it's a very simple, not that much complicated, but everything you need to do manually. So that's the
process.
Yeah, step by step. So I will share this one, and I will share one more document, or two document. I will share it with all the headings. Okay, so you can keep it separately, both the documents. Okay.
Okay.
Clear? Not clear, everyone?
Clear.
Okay. Thank you, sir. It's almost my shift is started already. Okay. So I will take evening. I will complete the package installation.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to thanks to everyone. Okay, because your support given to me in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's always I just learning, sir. It's a good learning always.